At the end of this video, you will understand and discover the truth about this topic which you have probably wondered about for some time. Most importantly, if you have watched this video till the end, you will save yourself the time and effort so you won't need to look for this subject ever again. Who am I? In short, I am an independent person who never feels compelled to follow the crowd. I have always been skeptical of authority and other people's ideas, and I have never blindly accepted what people tell me is true, and decided when I was 16 years old that I would raise myself by myself, and that is the phrase I said to my philosophical teacher back then. This is because I realized that I had been misled and programmed by society and life itself. Without further ado, let's get into it. Before answering the two questions, 6 to 7 inches is the average size, and which one is more desirable to girls? First, I will explain why are guys so concerned about their penises and where did this idea come from? The answer is porn. You wake up one day feeling the urge of some innocent fun, so your mind suggests watching videos of nice sexy girls pumping water out of themselves. The sight evidently aroused you because nature compelled you to do what it had pushed you to do. Perhaps you haven't noticed anything your first time. Day passes by, or just few minutes, and you did it again. Just this time your mind started to compare. By default, we all have a tendency to compare ourselves with others and to measure our progress by comparing our results with those of others. Deep down, the virus of self-doubt begins its insidious work. The journey of comparing between Hulk and Spider-Man starts. And what is funny is the reason behind choosing actors with bigger baklulu in the first place is
it needs to be big enough that you can actually get into these positions and show it, almost like you need a cock just to show all these positions and show penetration. So if you have a small penis, you just can't get into the positions that look good for camera. Porn is fake.
You haven't seen your neighbors or friends baklulu or banana, so there aren't many references for you. However, you have seen videos of giants that can be considered quite rare when compared to the human population. This means that it is common sense to believe that yours is not enough because on what your mind comparing with. And from there, the idea grows. 6 to 7 inches is the average size.
During my career, I've seen much more penises than any porn star, roughly 30,000 according to my calculations. So I know that 6 inches is an illusion. If you combine all the studies where measurements were taken by researchers and not by the participants themselves, a different picture emerges. We are talking about 5.1 to 5.5 inches. Taking volunteer bias into account, average is probably closer to 5.1 inches. Once again, I'm talking about the size of the erect penis.
And if you think the bigger the better, you should hear what this porn star says. But before I continue, I'd like to share some exciting news with you. In the future, I will keep in contact with the first 10,000 people who follow me. I will send free courses to them and occasionally contact one of them personally to answer any questions they might have, or guide them on how to build an alpha male personality, a strong personality that can go through any obstacles in life by teaching them how to master their mind and emotions. If you want to join my team, subscribe, like this video and comment below that you are in. Then take a screenshot and send it to me through Gmail. Let's continue.
The man, the myth, the legend, Marcus London.
Hey man.
Professional porn star for how long now?
Oh, it's probably actually about 18 years now.
right? And director, actor. If you could touch a little bit, like, I know obviously we don't have an hour and a half, but if you can give like a quick little thing about guys who might have
Dick envy?
Dick envy, yeah.
Well, it's funny. So I've been in the business 18 years, and I'll never forget that I'm one of those guys who used to go in the locker room, not the American kind of locker room, but you know, in a standard locker room in England, and be kind of shy, thinking, oh, these guys are all fucking hung, and I'm like, not, in my opinion. And it used to bother me. And as time went on, I started being not as worried about that area, more concerned about how I got on with a female, you know, on a one-to-one basis, without worrying about what my dick size was. And then when I got into the business, obviously I was with guys that were so fucking large. I didn't want to be in the same scene because I felt like a baby. It was ridiculous. Like, some of these guys are like fucking horses, and I'm standing there like, what the fuck? This doesn't look right. You know, it's like me standing next to a 7-foot woman and I'm looking at her belly button. I felt really fucked up about it. And then after having a lot of sex and doing a lot of movies, I started realizing the girls were enjoying me more than the bigger guys. They were actually asking to see what I had before we started the scene, and they were relieved when they saw that I wasn't a fucking beast monster.
Right.
They were like, oh my God, thank fuck, this is going to be nice. I'm going to enjoy this. It's not going to hurt me. I'm actually going to have orgasms. So I started realizing that it's actually the very last thing you need to be worried about as a guy. All you need to be worried about is, can you mentally stimulate her, and then follow that up with some physical stimulation, whether it be your fingers, your tongue, or whether your penis can just hit the right spots. And most of that isn't about depth, because the sensitive part of the vagina is the first 3 inches. So if you've got 4 or 5 inches, you're amply, you know, in the position to be able to turn a woman on and make her come. So all these guys that are hung like horses and donkeys, and a lot of my friends are, they have actually more trouble where they can't fuck a girl because they can't even get it in her.
right?
So they're actually cursed.
There's a size limit to how wide that's going to go, right?
There is the same as there are boobs.
Exactly.
There's too much boob and there's just enough boob.
That's true.
So for guys that are worried about their size, don't be. Learn how to stimulate a woman, learn how to do foreplay. That's all you need to know.
One day, a stranger asked, "Are there any men who have a small penis and in happy relationships? 4 inches and under? Twin socks. I am a woman, and the only shitty things for me about dating men with small penises is that they get all self-conscious about sex because they are thinking about their size when they're supposed to be at their most confident and powerful. Actual size is not an issue." Unknown. Yes, 4. Married 20 years, 3 kids, great sex life. Too cool for pool. 4 here. I've had multiple long-term relationships as well as flings that I have ended for reasons completely unrelated to size. Just started seeing a new girl a few weeks ago and things are going great, including sex. Unknown. My husband's penis is under 4 and it's fucking fantastic. It makes me so sad that so many men spend so much time worrying about their penis size. A host last. Married 17 years, 3 kids and very small penis. My final piece of advice for you is to focus on what makes you a great man, someone any woman will dream of dating or marry. Watch this video to see what it is about you that makes women fall for you. I hope the answers to your questions were satisfactory. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button, but most importantly, leave me a comment down below. Thank you.